We are at the precipice of something amazing. Thanks to self-driving cars, we're at the precipice of not having to worry about injuries from car accidents. The 4.5 million people that are seriously injured by car accidents every year will be safe. That's fantastic. That's the population of LA. Now, technology does have unintended consequences. Now imagine this. 3.5 million truckers suddenly out of work due to this automation of the trucking industry. Suddenly, these truckers can't feed their families. They can't pay rent. Suddenly, they hit rock bottom, and they have nothing left to lose. Now imagine them organizing and parking their 18-wheelers horizontally on the 880 and the 280 and the 101. Imagine them blocking every highway across the United States, sitting in the cab of their trucks with an AR-15 and 300 rounds of ammunition. What happens to food for our cities? Medicine, fuel, water. Now, this seems far-fetched, but it actually already happened. 5 months ago in June in Brazil, there was a spike in diesel gas prices, and so the truckers went on strike, and the economy ground to a halt. Let's take a step back. There's a much bigger problem that we're talking about here, a problem that's much more profound. Over the next 12 years, we're set to lose 49 million jobs in the United States. That's 38% of the jobs that currently exist. Just to put this in perspective, back in 2008, we had a 10% unemployment rate, and the global economy ground to a halt. Back in the Great Depression, we had a 25% unemployment rate, and we had mass suffering and tent cities. Imagine the horrors that a 38% unemployment rate will bring. Andrew Yang, who is running for president on a platform of universal basic income to solve this very problem, is often called a futurist, but he refutes this. He says, we are presentists. This is happening right now. 2 years ago, Budweiser used an automated truck to deliver 45,000 cans of beer. McKinsey says that by 2027, 85% of the trucking industry will be automated. Amazon is opening 3,000 fully automated retail stores by 2021. McDonald's is going completely cashierless by 2020. So how do we navigate this? Well, we need to retrain the people for the jobs of tomorrow using the educational technology of tomorrow. That's a challenge I want to talk to you guys about today. So let's talk about the education system. Let's look at the numbers. We spend more money per student here in the United States than any country in the world, by a long shot. And yet we're number 49 in math, number 24 in science, number 24 in reading. Our education system is failing our children. And it's woefully unprepared for this massive influx of adult learners that need to be retrained. The problem isn't teaching quality. We have extraordinary teachers in this country. Every teacher I know absolutely loves teaching. That's why they got into the profession. The problem is the lack of personalization. There's actually a bunch of studies that talk about this. There's a lot of research on this. It turns out that 90% of the students who learn one-on-one through a tutor or a personal instructor score in the top 20 percentile of all students when compared to students that learn through traditional methods. Clearly, our one-size-fits-all method of educating our youth is failing 80% of our youth. So what's the solution? Well, you could ask about MOOCs, right? Massive online open courses. And they're great, but the problem is 84% of the people that sign up for an online course fail to complete that course and drop out or quit. This includes all the people that prepay for these classes up front. So what's the solution? Several years ago, I was at a wedding and met the vice president of finance for SoulCycle. And I asked her, who is your biggest competitor? Is it Equinox? Is it Hollywood Fitness? Is it Barry's Boot Camp? And I'll never forget what she said. She, without skipping a beat, she said, our biggest competitors are Netflix and Facebook and the bar down the street. So why are MOOCs failing? Because the powerful forces that are competing for the students' attention are Netflix and Facebook and the bar down the street. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you took an online course that was as compelling as Netflix? When was the last time you took a college course that was as addictive as Facebook? When was the last time you did a corporate training at work that was as interesting as the bar down the street? These giant tech companies have figured out how to get and capture our attention and keep it, so they sell you stuff, right? At our startup, at Ahura AI, we use the exact same technology to educate people. We expect way too much from teachers. We expect them to be content experts and delivery experts and therapists and social workers, and apparently now security guards too. What if, instead, we could use artificial intelligence to generate the right content, the ideal content for that individual, for their unique needs, and optimize the delivery to connect with them on a deep level to increase learning outcomes. And we could allow teachers to then do what they do best, assure the psychosocial development and mental well-being of our children. So I want to go back to that trucker for a moment. Now, let's imagine a different story. Imagine if in 2019, his company offered free and subsidized job retraining that was personalized to his needs. It took into account his skill sets, his interests, his learning styles, went at his speed. Now imagine at this point, automation of the trucking industry still happens, but now he's prepared. He has the skills and abilities that are relevant for the contemporary job market, and he can pursue meaningful work that makes him happy. So, if you guys want to help to make this alternate future a reality, there's a number of things you can do. There are a number of NGOs like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Malala Fund, the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, who are working on solving these problems and providing education to underprivileged youth. Andrew Yang is running for president on a platform of universal basic income to address these issues. And my company at Ahura AI, we're building technology to personalize education for every individual, to retrain the adult learners to enable them to succeed in the economy. We're constantly raising money, of course, but more important, we're looking for partners. And if you know people that could use this technology, we're giving it away for free in third world countries and to underprivileged areas. So, thank you very much.